Clearly, and this gentleman here is the first one.
G'day, I've got a question for Will. PhD. What sort of scale do the AWAs get rolled out across? Is it a over there?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Look, it's adaptable. Some examples, I'm just trying to think of some clear examples to give you a sense of how that's worked. So the project that was run on the Glenelg River essentially did the whole length of the Glenelg River. So from the Rocklands Reservoir right down through to the estuary at Nelson. So that was over a week. A more recent project with Barappa traditional owners was focused around the Gumbower forest, but we went to a range of different sites throughout the Korean wetlands. So it really depends. You can certainly focus. You can spend more time focusing on a smaller number of sites, and I guess develop, sort of collect richer data about a smaller number of sites, or you can move more rapidly. So another one of the projects that was run in the Victorian Alps with Judaro Wairaroo people, they got a good head of steam and they were visiting like 5 sites a day, I think. Whereas in South Australia, with some of the First Peoples of the River Murray and Mallee Aboriginal Corporation down there, they were visiting 1 or 2 sites a day. So it sort of really depends on how quickly you can move, and also it depends on I guess the nature of the catchment that you're looking at as well.
So they're getting done at a waterway or riverway rather than the entire landscape sort of stuff.
Yeah. So it's focused. Predominantly they've been focused on a particular waterway or a reach of a waterway. Yeah. So I think the biggest is probably like the Glenelg, covering the entire Glenelg. It's probably the biggest sort of scope I think that we've seen so far. Thank you.
My name is Wolfram Ressler. I'm at the University of Melbourne. I study Aboriginal land rights in Southeast Asia and in Canada, where I'm originally from. And the question I have for you is how do you take the results of your good work further to actually influence state legislation in a way that kind of legally modifies what the state is doing to waterways? So I'm not familiar with it, hopefully that will happen.
I'll start, but I think maybe Will and Fred can put a more interesting answer. So, that's exactly the intention of the final component of the Cultural Flows Research Project. So it'll be drawing from the results of the field trials, but also much more broadly about other projects and other approaches that have been developed. Trying to draw that into looking at what are the barriers in the current system and what are the opportunities for change. The idea is that that's sort of due to finish around November this year, that piece of work. And so that analysis and recommendations will go to Mildred and Van and Alsma. They're the intellectual property holders of the project. And so, it's up to them how they use that information to influence change. But, as I mentioned, the discussions are being had with government along the way at different levels, at the state and the federal level, to try and see how that can change. But unfortunately, I don't have any actual tangible answers yet. Ask me in November.
I'll put an example. It's probably going to get a bit technical. Within the Murray-Darling Basin, state governments are required to produce what are called water resource plans. So that's a statutory water planning instrument that sits under the Water Act and the Basin Plan. And I guess they are an avenue for Aboriginal people to pursue their objectives. So state governments have to identify Aboriginal people's objectives and outcomes and value that have regard to, which is slippery legal language, have regard to values and uses. So one of the things Mildred is trying to do, and using the Aboriginal Waterway Assessment as one tool to do that, is to make sure that traditional owners are in a really strong negotiating position in the development of those water resource plans, and the conversations and the consultation that happens around these water resource plan will lead to amendments to the various water planning instruments that sit underneath it. So you've got a water resource plan, but then you've got, in Victoria, I heard the figure of 600 recently discussed. There's sort of 600 other different planning and water management instruments that sit underneath that. So we would hope to have, through doing an Aboriginal waterway assessment and doing the other consultation that happens, that you might be able to actually amend some of those instruments, for example, bulk entitlements, different water management instruments to give effect to those objectives. But the big challenge, I guess, in some ways, we're sort of coming to it the other way around. So this whole process, doing the Cultural Flows Research Project and the Aboriginal Waterway Assessment, is in some ways the product of a long period of of advocacy and campaigning. The challenge is that within the Murray system, within most of the basin, not entirely true for the north, but they're fully allocated systems. So all the water is either owned by irrigators, entitlement holders, or government. So how do you get water when someone owns, when all the water is owned? So we're now talking about sort of intervention in the market. So someone's going to have to pay to purchase that water. If Aboriginal people can, if Aboriginal people can really clearly define their objectives and put forward a business case for accessing that water, someone's going to have to fork out for it. So that's the sort of challenges that we're working in this space.
Like I said before, was that Queensland have different legislation, New South Wales have different legislation, Victoria has different legislation with South Australia in terms of licensing. And as I said before, if you look at the Queensland legislation, the Queensland legislation says that Aboriginal people in Queensland can take as much water out of the system as they want, as long as it's not for economic purposes. So for cultural purposes we can do it, but we're not allowed to make a living out of it. Right? Yet they can give all this water to foreign-owned companies to grow as much as they want. We can't make a living out of it. Well, I'll tell you. You're shaking your head, is right. And in New South Wales, we can only have 10 megalitres of surplus water. So it is allocated right throughout New South Wales. We can only get 10 megalitres per person of unallocated water. So one of the things that we're hoping that the Cultural Flows Research can do, and all of the work that we're doing, is to have something constant or something that's I suppose uniform across the basin. Because our country, Wurrura country, we go into Queensland. So in one part of our country, one part of our ancient country that's been there since time immemorial, we can take as much water as we want for cultural purposes, but because of that imaginary line there, over that imaginary line, we can only take 10 megalitres. So we're looking at consistency across states. And also, we want the Cultural Flows Research to influence national legislation as well, because currently in the federal legislation there's been a little amendment in terms to the Murray-Darling Basin Board, but predominantly it says that no water resource plan or state government, when they're developing their plans, can, don't quote me on this, but it can't interfere with that native title. So it's very loose nationally, and it's very loose in some of the states. So we're going to test it in a couple of states. So and we're going to look at maybe just putting pumps on the river and just pumping the water out when we want, and then test it. So but yeah, it's about changing policy. It's about changing legislation as well. And the other thing is that, as I said before in the acknowledgement, we've never ceded our sovereignty to our land and our waters. So it's about us getting the recognition as well in terms of water rights, throughout the basin. And probably the Cultural Flows Research is a nationally based program. That's why we have somebody from the north sitting on the Cultural Flows Research as well, because the sites, even though the sites are in the Murray-Darling Basin, it will influence water policy on a national level.
There's a question. I had a question at the back here.
If you're interested in following that, there's a book that's just been released last week called Aquadalians by an Aboriginal author, Virginia Marshall. She's got a whole thesis on that.
Thanks. Where's Tony and Waterway Healthy State Government? I don't know if it's for Ian or Alana. Is it all about flows? All about cultural flow, or is it about riparian areas and the quality of those areas and the actual health of the riverbanks? So when you're doing an assessment, are you only assessing the change that may happen as a result of change of flow, or are you also looking at the possibilities of change if the riparian areas were restored?
Yeah. In the Northern Basin, they've just undertaken the Northern Basin review. And we put in a proposal to the Murray-Darling Basin Board to say that it's not just about flows, it's about fixing the river health as well. In Queensland, we're talking with the Queensland government because they produced the very first water resource plan for the Murray-Darling Basin, and NBAN assessed that water resource plan. It took them 3 goes to get it right, but we think they're close to getting it right, and they've changed the way that they do business with us, and they've changed the way that they collect the information as well. So one of the projects we're looking at in Queensland is to there's 2 projects that we're considering. One is on the Warrego River, and we're looking at how do we merge Aboriginal science and contemporary science together. How do we use the Waterways Assessment Program to say, okay, we've assessed this river now, excuse the pun, the white man's way. Now let's assess it the Aboriginal way, and let's look at the differences in that as well. So, and the similarities as well. So, and we're hoping that what that can produce is a new form of assessment for waterways, from an Aboriginal perspective and from a scientific perspective. So we're merging both of those science. And one of the things that we spoke to, I don't know if it was a pleasure or you know, I think it was a pleasure. We met with the first Assistant Secretary of Agriculture, and what we're planning to do in the north, and we're talking to Milton about this as well, is that let's look at some long-term strategies about how we're going to fix the river, because just putting water down the river and cleaning the car is not going to fix the problem. So we're looking at riparian areas, fencing riparian areas. A lot of the big pollution is from cows and sheep and all that type of stuff that takes, you know, all of that stuff into the river. So there are projects. There's a couple of projects up in Queensland through QMDC where we have it's a ranger program, and they're fencing riparian areas. But also in looking at river health, and one of the things that we're going to do. The other thing that we're looking at is what we call a River Keepers program. So I was fortunate to go to Colorado last year and to speak and to go to the International Water Justice, I think, symposium in Boulder, Colorado. One of the things that we talked about there was there's an ancient, and you know, like we talk about Captain Cook coming over here and all of that, but one of the programs that started in the 10s was a voluntary River Keepers program, and we're looking at maybe emulating that from a First Nations perspective, so that where that water comes into a country, such as Waterway country or any one of the countries, we're responsible for that water from the time that it comes in till the time that it leaves, and we're responsible for making sure that that water is healthy. You know, it's drinkable. I don't think it's drinkable anymore, but that was our responsibility, so we're going to get back to our responsibilities. I don't know if that answers your question or not, but yeah.
I think we've got time for one last question, so this lady here.
Hello, Sandra McPhee from Oracle, University of Queensland. My question is about it's actually to do with the EPBC Act. Why doesn't the EPBC Act cover the Gorman Swamp and to the north of the swamp? In that, what's happening there is it's a threatening process to the environment. So the objectives of the Act is there. It's a federal act, and we're seeing. Are we seeing sunset? I've got probably lots and lots of questions, but I suppose the main question is there a sunset clause on the water entitlements on the users increases at some point in the future? Do we know?
No, it's a sellable commodity. So they have a license in perpetuity, really. It's like what they call the Western Lands lease in New South Wales. It's in perpetuity. But I can give you one reason why. Barnaby Joyce.
Yeah.
Because
So we've got the science now to support what's being said.
well, yes,
It's not being looked at.
we have,
Yeah.
but there's some processes that we're going through at the moment. It has to be ratified by the National Coastal Fires Research Committee. So we've done the research. We've looked at the reasons why, and it's pretty clear the reasons why. So we're hoping that will influence. We can use that research to influence some of the decisions that they're making. But in saying that, there was a paper that was put out last year, and it was a research paper on climate change. One of the findings was that there was going to be less water, 50 gigalitres less water in the Murray River system below Burke just because of climate change. And they've ignored our submission because we highlighted that within our submission to the Murray Basin Board. And I think that the other thing is manipulation, because when you look at the boards that they're establishing in this Murray Basin, whole Murray Basin system, is that they're irrigators, they're mayors and people that work in irrigated communities. So the influence that the irrigation industry have on government as well. I don't think that some of those politicians are going to stand up and say, well, if I criticise these governments, these big industries, they're going to pull that $100 million that they get every year or every 3 years in terms of political donations and stuff like that. I just want to quickly, within Ban and Mildred, we're kind of unique in a sense, because we're far enough away from government to criticise government, but we're close enough to government to give good advice to government as well. We both get funded through the Murray-Darling Basin Authority, but it's for us to provide advice to the Murray-Darling Basin Authority. So we can operate, and there's a fellow called Roger Davis. He used to work with the Murray-Darling Basin Authority. He's now doing a doctorate in what they call deliberative democracy. So he's doing a study on NBAM and Mildred about how far we are away and how far. But some of our members are looking at things like that. They're looking at what international acts or what international treaties there are as well. So and we're trying to get our heads around that space as well. So yeah, and at some stage we believe that we might end up in court. At some stage we might have to end up in court to be able to get our rights through, or do what we done. We declared our independence, and we say to the government, well, we do whatever we want in our country, as long as it's benefiting our people. So, they're not listening, but we try and do the best we can.
On the question about PPPC, so the Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act covers matters of national environmental significance. So not everything, but I don't know. So one of those matters of national environmental significance is Ramsar listed wetlands. So they're internationally significant wetlands that have been listed in this international agreement. A lot of the wetlands in the Murray-Darling Basin are Ramsar listed. Now I'm going to go on the limb here. I don't know if I'm going to get this quite correct, but I've heard recently that there's been some discussions around the Macquarie Marshes, which are the terminal wetlands of the Macquarie River, which is a Ramsar listed wetland. And because of these changes to the Northern Basin, the amendments to the water recovery targets in the Northern Basin, places like that are under more threat. And I have heard that there's some talk about changing what they call the ecological character description for the marshes, which is sort of what government has to submit to the international protocols to sort of to explain what the characteristics of this wetland are. So there's a whole bunch of issues there, and the Commonwealth Water Act was one of the, I guess, the heads of power that the Commonwealth used to assert its authority over the states in terms of water management was its obligations under these international treaties such as the Ramsar Convention. So maybe one day they will end up in court.